the Empress failed her tribulation and had no choice but to marry some random old beggar. What he didn't know was, you're a time traveler who'd been locked up for 100,000 years. When you first crossed over, you activated a system. No surprise there. You thought you were about to hit the top. Instead, the dumbass system sent you to the wrong world. You were supposed to land in a martial arts universe, but this stupid thing dumped you into a terrifying cultivation realm. And to make it worse, to keep you safe, the system straight up locked you inside a pocket dimension for 100,000 years. Since it couldn't sync with the cultivation world's power system, it just forced you to practice sword arts from the martial arts world, non-stop. Now 100,000 years later, you've become the greatest sword god in history. But you went from a good-looking young dude to a crumbling old man who might fall apart in a light breeze. So the first thing on your to-do list after getting out? Find a cultivation sect, grab some pills, and get your ridiculously handsome face back. Afu. Quit your crying, man. Out of nowhere, a donkey beside you starts talking, side-eyeing you like it owns the place. Afu. You're literally the strongest sword god alive. You could body any cultivator out there, and you're out here sobbing? Embarrassing. This trash-talking donkey is none other than your good-for-nothing system. Afu claimed he manifested into this form to keep you from going insane. Yeah, didn't work. You, go to hell! You threw a punch and turned Afu's all-seeing eye into a panda eye, sending him spinning 2.5 times through the air like a Thomas Flare gone wrong. Afu. Seriously? Without me, you'd be nothing. Afu climbed back up, cussing the whole time, his eye socket more swollen than ever. You, without your useless ass, would I even be in this mess? You reached out, grabbed him, then kicked him flying. You better wait right there, old fart. Afu's defiant screaming faded in the distance. But your cool moment? Gone in under 3 seconds. You, crack. Ow, oh damn, my back! You doubled over, teeth clenched, clutching your hip. This busted body of yours loves throwing a bone-cracking jump scare at the worst times. After barely recovering, you hobbled your way into City A. According to the dumb donkey, this is the most happening city in the West. Best shot at running into cultivators. The moment you stepped inside, the smell of food hit you like a truck. That's when it hit you. You haven't eaten actual human food in like hundreds of years. You, hey, waiter, get me the good stuff. You stormed into a fancy restaurant and let it rip. You, waiter, you're rocking full beggar energy, but somehow still intimidating. You rattled the tattered pouch on your waist, and it clinked. You. Why are you just standing there? Make me happy and there's something in it for you. The waiter's eyes lit up and he welcomed you right in. What nobody expected, your arrival set the whole restaurant off. Guest A, where'd this bum come from? Guest B, that smell is absolutely foul. Did he crawl out of a sewer? Guest C, waiter, can we eat in peace? Get this old geezer out of here. Listening to all the chatter, you twitched the corner of your mouth, and then a terrifying pressure exploded from your frail old body. The entire restaurant went dead silent. Everyone felt a chill on the back of their neck and shut their mouths instantly. You, oh, what happened? Keep talking, I'm listening. You spat on the floor. You bunch of cowards. You strutted over to a window seat and sat down, and right next to you were 2 veiled women who were absolutely stunning. Your heart, it started racing. You, hey ladies, and smile for me, would ya? The one in the yellow dress shot you a death glare. You, oh, not feeling it? Fine, I'll go first. You flashed a grin, missing a front tooth and all, looking like a total goofball. Yellow dress creep. The other one in blue gently shook her head, signaling her friend to let it go. That only made you worse. You, waiter, get these 2 ladies the same as me. Put it on my tab. Blue dress. Thank you for the offer, but we're just passing through. She stood and gave a graceful bow. Total class. You waved her off. You, it's just a few coins, don't worry about it. Waiter, coming right up. The waiter eyeballed your bulging pouch, figured you were loaded, and went off practically skipping. The food hit the table and you went in. Absolute chaos. The 2 ladies next to you just stared, completely speechless. You, why aren't you eating? Not gonna eat? You mumbled through a mouthful of meat. Yellow dress. Ugh, something is seriously wrong with this guy. Sis, is he okay in the head? Blue dress, it's fine, might as well taste it. It's been forever since I've had regular food. You, huh? This body might be old, but these ears still work just fine. You dropped your chopsticks and shot over to their table. You, wait, are you 2 cultivators? Yellow dress, back off! The blue dress girl glanced nervously up toward the upper floor. Just then, a slick-looking young guy appeared at the top of the stairs. The moment he heard you yell, cultivators, he froze. Then his face went pale. He smashed through the window and bolted. You, hey, don't run! Your cultivator hookup was about to fly the coop. You grabbed a roast chicken, slapped your pouch on the table. You, waiter, money's in there, keep the change. Before the words were even out, you were gone too. The waiter gleefully opened the pouch, then his face went from joy to pure confusion. No silver, just a bunch of little finger-sized pills. Meanwhile, you were outside scratching your head. You, dang, he's fast. Roast chicken in your left hand, 2 fingers pointing like a sword in your right. You sliced lightly through the air. The wind stirred. Then a light drizzle began to fall over the entire city. The rain passed through rooftops and touched every person, but didn't wet a single piece of clothing. This rain was your sword intent. Inside the Lord's Manor, cultivators from Mingyu Pavilion were getting debriefed on a string of missing girls. One of them, a woman in flowing white robes, was the same one from the restaurant upstairs. Her name was Bai Lin Lin, a senior elder of Mingyu Pavilion. She held out her hand to catch a raindrop falling through the roof. The moment it touched her skin, it dissolved into wind. Her eyes went wide with shock. Bai Lin Lin, sword intent. This is terrifying. Bai Lin Lin, everyone fall back. There's a sword cultivator in this city we do not want to mess with. Before she could finish, a round-faced girl came rushing in. Girl, Shifu, we've lost contact with Senior Sister Shiyun and Junior Sister Luoluo. Bai Lin Lin's heart sank. Bai Lin Lin, I'll go find them. The rest of you, notify the sect immediately. Back with you. Eyes closed, you were reading every droplet of your sword rain like a sensor. You locked onto the 2 girls' locations fast, but their energy signatures were all over the place. Something was very wrong. You, oh hell no, you touched my ladies? You cracked your old joints, limbered up, and launched yourself forward like a cannonball. At a large estate on the west side of town, the slick young punk was standing there grinning like a creep at Jian Ziyun and Zhao Luoluo, both tied up with spirit-binding rope like human burritos. Young punk. Mingyu Pavilion beauties really do live up to the name. He reached out to pull off Jian Ziyun's veil. Jian Ziyun, you animal! But the rope only tightened as she struggled, making the pain unbearable. Jian Ziyun, senior sister, I'm so sorry. Zhao Luoluo burst into tears. Young punk. Oh, don't cry, sweetie. Big bro's got you. He creeped his hand toward Zhao Luoluo's chest. Right at that critical moment, an old raspy voice crept up right next to his ear. Ooh, look at you getting frisky, huh? A wrinkled face, grease stains at the corner of the mouth and all, jutted out from right beside his shoulder. The smell alone nearly knocked the kid out on the spot. Every hair on his body stood up. His head was buzzing. When did this geezer get next to me? What happened to the barrier? You ain't not bad, kid. You've got taste. You smacked him hard on the butt. He nearly cried from the pain. He yelped and jumped back. He finally got a good look. It was you, this raggedy old beggar, standing there hand raised, looking way too pleased with yourself. You boy, your backside ain't all that. Disappointing. You took a bite of roast chicken and kept talking. You, here, have some chicken. Bulk up. Young punk, who the hell are you? You're messing with the 100 Ghost sect. His eyes were darting around the whole time, already planning his escape. You rolled your eyes. While you were busy eating, the kid bolted straight up the courtyard wall. Young punk, you're dead, old man, just you wait, too. He hadn't even finished his tough talk. A chicken bone screamed through the air and punched straight through his thigh. The kid felt a searing pain, looked down, and there it was, a clean hole, front to back. Even worse, a razor-sharp sword key was ripping around inside the wound. The pain was soul-shredding. He toppled off the wall. You? I hate when people call me old man. You tossed the bone with a smile and turned to the two tied-up girls. Jian Ziyun and Zhao Luoluo looked completely dazed. You rubbed your hands together with a sly grin. You, don't be scared, ladies. Answer 2 questions and I'll cut you loose right now. Jian Ziyun gritted through the pain and gave a small nod. Young punk, master, save me! The kid was rolling on the ground in agony, screaming his head off. Young punk, I'll kill you. You flicked a finger and a sword chi sealed his mouth shut. That one move made Jian Ziyun's eye twitch. She realized in shock, there wasn't a single trace of spiritual energy on you. A regular person just body slamming a cultivator into the dirt. That broke her brain a little. Yo, question 1. Are you 2 cultivators? Jian Ziyun blinked and nodded. You. Ha ha ha! The heavens are on my side! Okay, question 2. You. Do you have any pills that can reverse aging? Jian Ziyun relaxed a little. Jian Ziyun, Mingyu Pavilion has a facial restoration pill, but... You, I'm making you my bestie right now. You didn't even let her finish. You grabbed her hand and shook it like a maniac. The greasy, clammy touch almost made Jian Ziyun throw up on the spot. You pointed 2 fingers like a sword and lightly traced the spirit rope. Boom! The magic weapon snapped clean in 2. From today on, you're Lu Fan's best friend now. Anyone messes with me, I'll pull out their guts and strangle them with it. You slapped Jian Ziyun on the shoulder like you 2 were old buddies. So this little punk's the one who messed with you, right? You reached out and yanked the twitching kid off the ground. Let me show you exactly what it looks like to strangle a man with his own guts. You started dragging your finger across his belly. Jian Ziyun, sir please, mercy! Jian Ziyun went pale and grabbed your arm. You what? Jian Ziyun. He might be connected to the missing girls case in Baidi City. We need him alive. You nodded slowly. Jian Ziyun let out a breath of relief. Then, blood splattered everywhere. You sliced the kid's belly wide open in one clean stroke. Not my problem. You, cocky little punk with 0 skill. Classic. You wiped the blood off your hands and put on your friendliest smile. Oh right, didn't you say there were bodies buried under this courtyard? Here, let me check. You shoved both hands into the ground and heaved. Boom! The whole earth shook. An enormous chunk of ground ripped right up, and you tossed it away like a discus throw. Underneath, a massive underground pit. The stench of blood and rotting flesh hit like a wall. Pure hell. In the center was a giant blood pool, its edges carved with twisted runes. A mummified old man sat in the pool. The walls were covered floor to ceiling in dried-out female corpses, over 100 of them. Jian Ziyun and Zhao Luoluo completely broke down. They rushed toward the old man in the pool, sobbing. The old man's eyes snapped open. The blood in the pool surged into a wave and sent Jian Ziyun flying. Whoa, watch out! You tapped the air lightly and caught Jian Ziyun, bleeding, but safe. The old man in the pool slowly stood. His shriveled body filled out at a visible pace, and within moments he looked like a buff guy in his 30s. This was the Pale Ghost Elder. Pale Ghost Elder. Mingyu Pavilion really can't mind its own business. A streak of light dropped from the sky. Bai Linlin landed right in front of you. Jian Ziyun, Shifu! Jian Ziyun, Pale Ghost Elder, you sick monster! Bai Linlin was fuming. The Pale Ghost Elder didn't even flinch. Pale Ghost Elder. Hand over my disciple and I walk. Otherwise, this entire city goes down with me. Oh damn, that's kinda sick actually. That random excited voice completely killed the tension in the air. You saw the Pale Ghost Elder looking young again, practically drooling, and cannonballed straight into the blood pool. Everyone just stared. He splashed around in there for a while. Nothing happened. You were pissed. Hey dandruff head, how'd you get young again? Teach me! Pale Ghost Elder, who are you calling dandruff head? His face darkened. You. Just a minute ago, some little punk got strangled with his own guts for being disrespectful to his elders. Died real ugly too. Oh right. He kept screaming master while he died. That wasn't your kid, was it? The Pale Ghost Elder was shaking with rage. But seeing no spiritual energy on you, he figured you were just some regular old coot. Pale Ghost Elder. Apologize, old man, I'll make it quick. Your temper snapped. You launched out of the blood pool at him. Then crack. You threw your back out again and face planted on the ground. My back! Pale Ghost Elder, are you serious right now? He smirked and pulled out a soul-summoning banner. Instantly, the pit filled with howling wind and swirling ghost shadows. Oh Lord, have mercy! Afu dropped in from above. Afu! I threw my back out. Afu. Bro, you are such an idiot. Afu grumbled while hoisting you onto his back. Afu, told you to keep a low profile, you crazy old man. You. Who are you calling crazy? You rained punches down on his donkey head, and weirdly it just kept growing back. Pale Ghost Elder, enough! He waved the banner and a flood of ghost heads poured toward you. You? You asked for it, punk. You drew your wooden sword and smacked Afu on the rear. You? Giddy up, charge, knock his head off. Afu refused to move. Tafu, you're literally a sword god. Can you stop trying to fist fight everything? Fine. You climbed off Afu yourself, hunched over your aching back, and shuffled toward the Pale Ghost Elder. The ghost head swallowed you whole, biting and tearing. But strangely, a faint layer of sword chi shimmered on your skin, and not a single ghost could leave a mark. You trudged right through the ghost apocalypse, step by step, until you were standing right in front of the Pale Ghost Elder. You. What are you staring at? Never seen a good-looking guy before? You slowly raised your wooden sword. The space around you froze and warped. Then, slap. You smacked him across the face with the flat of the blade. Boom! Space snapped back to normal. Teeth and blood flew out of the Pale Ghost Elder's mouth, and he blasted into the wall like a cannonball. He crawled back out, still completely out of it. You. Tell me how you got young again. Do that, and I'll make it clean. You held your sword to him, dead calm. Bai Lin Lin snapped back to reality. Bai Lin Lin. Senior, it's dark magic. He was using young girl's life essence to restore a body corroded by the heavenly Tao. It just reversed the damage, not actual de-aging. You froze, then started shaking with rage. Are you kidding me? This guy played me? In pure fury, you swung your sword. A crescent-shaped black sword key materialized out of nowhere, swallowing all light and sound. The Pale Ghost Elder panicked. His body wouldn't move. He could only watch as that relentless sword key sliced him clean in half. He bled out in total silence. A sharp slap snapped Bai Lin Lin and the others back to reality. Jian Xiun felt a burning sting on her rear. She turned around. You were standing there, hand raised, looking way too satisfied. She was furious, but one glance at the Pale Ghost Elder's two halves, and she kept her mouth shut. Bai Lin Lin. Thank you, Senior, we owe you. She bowed deeply. You waved it off. You. Don't mention it. Now, about that pill. I handled it. Hand it over. Bai Lin Lin looked apologetic. Bai Lin Lin. The facial restoration pill is high grade. We don't have any ready right now. It'll take time to refine. You. Fine. Just don't take forever. Bai Lin Lin. If it's alright with you, would you like to stay at Mingyu Pavilion in the meantime? Bai Lin Lin extended the invitation. You, real talk. Is it all inclusive? Cause I'm broke. Bai Lin Lin. Of course. Phew, then it's settled. Mingyu Pavilion, y'all are my people now. And just like that, you set off with the Mingyu Pavilion crew toward the Laogu mountain range.